I'm in Casa Roccopiccola, a 16th century palazzo in the heart of Valletta. It's a fascinating place. It's open to visitors. It's even got a cafe next door. I'm here to show you a rare artifact found within the archive that dates back to a time when Malta was in the grip of a plague. Let me tell you about the plague of 1813. Of all the plagues Malta's ever had, I think this one's my favourite. It all began with a ship called the San Nicola. In March 1813, this ship arrived in Malta from Alexandria in Egypt. Some of the crew were sick, so the ship was put into quarantine in the Lazaretto hospital on Mammal Island. Unfortunately, some of the guards who were supposed to stop anyone going onto the San Nicola actually went on board themselves and stole its cargo. It is believed that some rolls of linen cloth ended up in Valletta, in a shop belonging to a Salvatore Borg, a shoemaker who also bought and sold stolen goods as a side hustle. He and his family died from the plague, which is said to have spread from the shop around the Maltese Islands. The British authorities introduced strict quarantine measures, and the Maltese population suddenly had to get used to living with the new normal. They were forced into making drastic changes to their lives, and one of those changes was the ways in which they communicated. Since paper was believed to be easily infected, it was thought that sending mail in the post might be a way of spreading the plague. This meant letters were taken to the Lazaretto, opened and soaked in vinegar, or placed in a special cupboard in which herbs, sulphur and camphor were burned, releasing fumes to cleanse the paper and... Oh, sorry about that. All this talk of fumes has made my throat dry. I think I need a coffee. If you'd like to support the making of these videos, then good news! You can. Just buy me a coffee. Any money that you donate will go directly towards the production costs of making these dark history videos. Thank you very much. Ooh. Now, for some people, fumigating these letters just wasn't enough, so they began writing on pieces of wood instead because they thought it would be safer. Here, in the Casa Roccopiccola archive, is an example of one of these wooden plague letters. Now, this is amazing for me because I've only previously seen photographs. I've never seen one in real life, but here is a wooden plague letter. So this letter is from an R.V. Testaferrata. We can see his name there, and he's writing to his cousin. And he says, "Dearest cousin," at the start. The contents seem to discuss money and the division of money, probably within the family. Nice little detail here. Also, it mentions Vino Malaga, so he's also talking about wine coming over for the family to enjoy all the way from Malaga. This is the letter that was written on wood so that R.V. Testaferrata didn't send the plague to his dear cousin. Eventually, the Maltese Islands were declared free from plague on the 8th of September 1814. The disease killed about 4,500 people, which was about 5% of the population. Casa Roccopiccola has a remarkable memento in its archives, a plague letter written not on paper, but on wood. For more tales of the terrible and stories of the strange, follow Dark Malta Tours.